500,000 people left in the dark.
I've never seen anything like this.
Overnight, intense lightning brightening dark skies across the country, hitting the John Hancock Building in Chicago, and non-stop flashes in D.C.
Telephone calls snapped back and forth, unable to stand up to the winds battering western Illinois. Dark clouds collided with the sunset over Chicago's Wrigley Field, creating an orange-black sky. The volatile weather that soaked the roadways and made it nearly impossible to see.
The stronger force in our universe is not gravity that's ruling our planets. It's electromagnetic in nature. And so we're seeing even Earth's field, electromagnetic field, being affected by some of the body. It's moving at 12 times its normal rate in a northerly direction closer to our geographic north. And that's changing our jet streams, and that's changing our weather patterns and everything. But it's also greatly affecting the sun because of these magnetic fields or problems. So in the past history, we've had areas of 7 years of drought throughout the biblical records as well. And what you have is 3.5 years coming in of drought and 3.5 years as it's leaving. Remember in Revelation it says when the two prophets arrive or witnesses that they'll produce 3.5 years of drought on the world.
Right.
Well, they come at the time that it's at its crossing of Earth's path. See, so as it's leaving, you get 3.5 years of drought. And this is the same drought that's during Joseph of Egypt, the same drought that's mentioned in the book of Ruth. There's a drought, there's 3 years of drought at the end of Saul's reign. There's 3 years again of drought at the beginning of David's reign. Now, they rounded numbers because they didn't have a word for half. So it was actually 3.5 and 3.5 for the 7. And we have this multiple times throughout the Bible whenever you're looking. If you look for the hallmarks, you can find them. You're looking for drought, earthquakes, you're looking for a double eclipse, which is not normal. You also can look for a tilt or something that's representing a tilt of the Earth. I found that the Earth is tilted 26 to 28 degrees multiple times.
I was just going to say, you mentioned Joseph or Joshua, I should say, in your work and his long day, and also another event, I forget where it was, I think it was out of Hosea about a shadow. How do you relate those to this heavenly body?
Yes, if we look at the accounts, say, of Hezekiah, Well, Hezekiah gives an example where in English it says the sundial moved backwards by 10 degrees. Well, when scientifically that means an entire ocean would cover the continents. But whenever you go back and read the Hebrew, it actually says it moved 10 steps. Well, because of the NIBIRU disk that also tells us that the earth tilted during Joseph's time, as it says in his dream, the skies bowed to him, alright? When he was 16, he had the dream, but when he was 40, it actually occurred. Because we can say that about an NIBIRU disk. It says that the NIBIRU disk qualifies it as 26 to 28 degree tilt. We also have that in Hezekiah when you take instead of a viewpoint from east to west, like on the sundial, and you change it from north to south, and that it was steps. The shadow moved on up and down 10 steps of a stairway facing south. You have exactly 26, 28 degrees again. And then that would make much more sense in a model, and we can prove that out in a model. When the tail of this object also has a tail similar to a comet. So the best way to describe this is a planet slash comet, like a half breed of both. Well, when it gets between us and the sun, that means the tail is pointing at us because the tail always points opposite of the sun. And Earth enters into the tail, which is, from the physics point of view, the tail is plasma. In the astronomy point of view, the tail is ice particles. Well, if it's ice particles, then will have no effect. But if it's plasma, as Earth is entering, you get an effect of Earth's rotation slowing down because the energy going to the North and South Pole will be reduced by 4.5 to 5.5%, compounded hourly, and it takes about 28 to 24 hours for Earth to come to a complete stop, as the text says in the long day of Joshua. And this model proves out. I brought the model to a physics because he took a few minutes to look at it, and he stated that I was the first one to ever explain this logically. We have a logical model, the eyewitness accounts of what they're showing. And there's other texts outside the Bible which I still have to get my hands on, that's mentioned by Chuck Messler as well as Emmanuel Velikovsky, that states that during this time period of Joshua's long day, him and his men saw an object 50 times larger than the moon. Again, when we use the same calculations, you put an object roughly 7 times the diameter of Earth halfway between the moon and Earth, you get a viewpoint from Earth of 50 to 1.
Right. Now, we're about 2 minutes from break, so what I want to do on the other side of the break is to begin to talk about some of the other evidence about Planet 7X, and then delve into some of the more technical and scientific issues regarding this, but audience, what we're trying to do is to build a foundation for you so that you understand why Mr. Broussard thinks the way he thinks. So with that, Gil, we have about a minute and a half before break. Are there any other biblical references that you want to briefly mention?
Well, there's another one of Jonah of Nineveh. Remember, Yeshua tells us that we'll have a sign in a wicked and adulterous generation will only have one sign. And we read about the time about him being in a whale, but there's only 2 pages to Jonah. And what caught my attention to Jonah when he went to Nineveh, he didn't perform a single miracle.
But he said you have 40 days to repent, is what he told.
Yes, he has 40 days. Well, the model shows us the only thing he had to do was point to the sky. And this is going to be a repeat event in the near future. That the government will tell the public about in 40 days that this is a threat.
Well, that's, audience, that's very interesting. I've said before that we've been prepped by the media, by the entertainment industry, and by our own government for some of the events that we see in science fiction movies today and regarding meteor impacts and in the past couple of nights. It peaked on Tuesday night, June 30th, but the stars are still, the planets, I should say, are still very close together tonight.
There's excitement in the galaxy. As Jupiter and Venus move together, the planets will appear to merge in the night sky.
The convergence of these planets called a conjunction have dazzled mankind for thousands of years. In 2 BC, 2 planets were in near perfect alignment. That you couldn't see the difference of 2 objects in the sky. They look like a single bright object. And so that has been proposed as one explanation for the sky.
We are a nation of extremes. The East is cleaning up after vicious storms knocked down trees, snapped power lines, and wrecked buildings. Folks were jolted out of bed by non-stop roaring thunder. In the West, at least 30 large wildfires are thriving on the long drought and relentless heat. Residents stretching from Virginia to New Jersey say that last night's thunderstorms, like the one that took out this 150-foot tall oak tree, were extremely violent and very frightening. It was in the forecast as a thunderstorm, but what developed was a much larger weather system in which clusters of storms crashed together. In New Jersey, residents like Paul Marositz describe rain and hail coming in sideways.
The wind was worse than Sandy. That's how loud it was.
In Washington, the storm created a spectacular light show.
Where would you say that this body is right now? Where do you think it is?
Roughly year 2000, it entered our solar system. In year 1992, NASA made instrument contact with it. That's why they went silent after. They used to have articles in magazines printed that were looking for this. 92, they went totally silent on it. But when you take this data in Revelation and reverse the model, it brings us to where it's right between Voyager and Pioneer probes. Okay? Yes, we have 4 scientific studies. 2 of them are showing the orbits that comets are warped. We have the Chinese data. There's 2 studies on that. We have actually where NASA sent probes and there is 88 constellations, and all of the scientific data and the biblical data are pointing to only one constellation. That constellation is Sagittarius, and not just randomly anywhere in that, but on the ecliptic. The odds of this is like winning the lottery 10 times in a row. It does not happen. We have scientific studies showing comets are warped by unknown gravity in that region of space. When you have gravity, you have to have a large body like a planet to do that type of warping of their path. You see?
So, okay. We have that evidence. Does this evidence point to you where this object is? Because we only have a couple of minutes left in the show. Where this object is and when, here's the question, audience, when will we be able to see it if it indeed exists?
I believe that for them to hold control over the people, they have to start a Middle East war prior to us viewing the object, and they have to shut down the internet. So 2 to 3 million amateur astronomers that can measure this item with their optics to say, oh, this is not a comet, this is much bigger. For them to silence it, they have to silence the internet, and they have to use the war to do this. So when you see a war happening about mid of the way, look up towards Sagittarius, you see a comet-like object on the ecliptic. That's when we'll see it. And that'll probably happen anywhere between 6 and 9 months prior to its arrival. And that's what I'm expecting.
when do you think that arrival will be?
Possibly after September, after the last blood moon, sometime after that, between there and the following March, which is Passover, sometime within it, keep an eye in the sky. The biblical records tell us we must see a sign in the sky. Now we know what to look for. He says we won't see it first, we're going to see the effects of it. Well, read the signs. They're in front of you. You have escalation of volcanic activity, earthquake, fish and bird life dying. We have the magnetic north, we have the sun acting up, we have perturbation of comets and planets. Anybody with any sense that has science background say we have a problem. These are the signs. Now, to a wicked and adulterous generation, they will ignore the signs. So I say to people, wake up.
So, alright, we are staring down the barrel of a very dangerous gun. We have about a minute and a half left, Gil. What, aside from telling people to wake up, what would you suggest they be doing right now?
Well, prior to the Shemitah, we're in the Shemitah, but if you haven't prepared the way the Bible or Scripture tells you to do, on the 6th year, you store up food for the 7th year. And the 7th year, the fields are open to the poor for them to gather their grain to have a storehouse for that year. So there's a period of time where the poor are still gathering their foods, but expect hard times during the Shemitah to happen. You're looking at CO3, economic collapse, CO4, war, and pandemic disease and famine, and then 5, which is the peace agreement. That's why these souls on the altar are complaining. Where is our pound of flesh? He said, it's not your time. Go back to sleep. Seal 6 is the beginning of the Great Tribulation, which starts with a meteor shower from our planet. And seal 7 is 5 months later.
Well, it will be a very interesting year. At the end of this year, I think so. Audience, you recall I had Pastor Mark Biltz had spoke about the hazards of this upcoming blood moon, and here's more evidence that this is no ordinary year. Gil Broussard, I thank you so much for being on with us. Do me a favor, brother, and give out your information again, your YouTube channel information, that sort of thing.
Sure, on YouTube, just type in Planet 7X to view the data and the way the math and the science is working out. and how there is a scientific model of the biblical accounts. Remember, science is when you take observed phenomenon, bring it into the laboratory and show that it's repeatable. That is science. Now we have a model that proves out the biblical accounts. And this proves out in 1485, it was a jubilee when they entered the land. As they said, first year will be a jubilee. This is 70 jubilees in 2016. This will be the
Supreme Court ruling that declared gay marriage a constitutional right last week. And now the UFC president Dana White has asked fighters to not invoke the name of Jesus during interviews. His comments come on the heels of middleweight Yoel Romero's post-fight interview last week.
What happened to you when USA? Go back for you, go for Jesus.
Yet he still wants fighters to stop thanking Jesus publicly.